Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Ayuni binti Salim and I am an IT consultant. And ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor to be given the chances to be taught here in front of you. Today, on this fine day, I would like to present about the current issue nowadays, which is social media privacy. But before I get started, my question is, if you don't protect your social media privacy, then who will? First of all, as we know, we are live in a rapid development of the modern world and also give a huge impact to the society. And as indicated, social media is one of the technology tool that is becoming quite popular this day. And today, social media has become a must-have platform to everyone. Even now, if I ask the audience whether they have a social media, probably almost all will say yes, is it? Social media platform like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more are basically giving people a chances to connect with each other. In other words, the whole world is at our fingertip. But stop and think for a moment. All does make you wonder that something so powerful and with such a massive reach cannot be all good. Therefore, I would like to take this opportunity to let the audience know about the social media privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start my speech by stating the privacy risk on social media. As I know, all the platform of social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and more are playing a major role in our day-to-day life. I also have come to discover that social media could also pose a serious privacy risk, which is when using the social media site, it's quite important to know and understand about the privacy risk that involve. Because nowadays, hackers prowl the social media network and looking for the victims. They tend to use the short URLs to trick their victim into visiting their harmful sites or to inject the virus into the computer or the mobile phone. Besides, hackers also use a spyware which they can easily install on your mobile phone or laptop via download, email, short URL, or even instant message. The spyware also give the hackers the information about the password that you use on your social media network or other account which you are access to online. And the simplest way to avoid being a victim is to never click on link unless you are sure and very sure of the actual sources. And next, most of the social media site have information that require like your birthday and email address. And the identity thieves tend to gather their victim personal information from the information available on the social media sites. For instance, one of the more common technique that being used by the identity thief is by clicking on the forget password and then trying to recover the password via the email. Once they have access to your email account, they basically have access to all of your personal information. Furthermore, the social media sites also utilize a mobile apps and the location-based service to allow user to check in the current location. Moreover, telling the online community where you are or where you are going to can end up inviting the burglars and thieves to your home. To mitigate such a risk, you should avoid posting your travel plans and avoid to use the location-based service. And ladies and gentlemen, this social media site have become the internet user digital billboard. Here, people share news, picture, personal view, and nearly anything that going on in their life. But think for a moment again, outside of your trusted circle of friend and relative, who else is reviewing what you post? Spam bots and even the cyber criminal could take an interest too. With this in mind, I provide some tip and hint to help you to protect your social media privacy. Firstly, you need to read and understand the social media site term. And I believe every website on the internet have privacy term, including the social media site. Before signing into any social media and registering an account, it is important that you need to read and understand their privacy term before you click and accept. You need to also pay particular attention to the privacy terms of the information you are registering and agreeing to share when you sign up for an account with a social media platform. And secondly, please do not share your private information like your full name and address. We need to keep our full name and address to ourselves. As innocent as it may seem to share people's name, you never know how a stalker or cyber criminal might use the information to their advantage. Keep these pieces of information to yourself to limit what other social media users know about you. You also may consider to customize the privacy setting on your social media to minimize your personal information on the same platform. And thirdly, you need to consider carefully what are personal details that you provide in your profile. And never provide sensitive information such as school, bank account information, bank account number, former or current workplace, or general interest among others. Provide this information may appear harmless, but if can be used to scam you or serve you an unnecessary act. Fourthly, create a strong password. The strong your password are, the harder it will be to guess. You can include any special character such as symbol, number, and capital letters in your password. And please bear in mind, use a different password on all your different social media account, and also we need to change the password frequently. And last but not least, please avoid the clickbait. No social media will take a responsibility for third-party apps. Please avoid clicking a random bite. There are third-party apps that try to capture and misuse your private information. And ladies and gentlemen, I have lined out several privacy risks on social media and some tips on how to protect your social media privacy. Now it's up to us to decide and choose what is the best according to this issue. Is there any question? Okay, as I shared just now on how to protect our social media privacy is by create a strong password to our social media platform. And every social media platform that you have, you need to create a different password. Okay, and then we need to change the password frequently, so it will be more secure to protect our social media platform. Well then, I arrived at the end of my speech, and thus I would like to thank all of you for lending me your ears. Therefore, I end my speech with thank you, bye, and Assalamualaikum.